Right now, in the Thar Desert of Rajasthan, the Earth is baking at 52 degrees Celsius. It is hot enough to melt asphalt. Yet travel 800 kilometers north, and the Himalayan valleys are buried under 2 meters of snow. These two extremes occur at the exact same moment. This is one single nation, containing opposite ends of the Earth's climate spectrum within its borders. Because of this immense scale, the standard 4-season model used in Europe or North America falls short. It lacks the precision needed to describe the climate of a massive subcontinent. To understand how this climate actually operates, you have to track the winds. Over 1,000 years ago, Arab sailors navigating the Indian Ocean documented a massive reversing wind system. They called it mausim, an Arabic word meaning seasons, which eventually became the word monsoon. The monsoon dictates a rhythm so complex that for 3,000 years, India has relied on a more specialized framework. It divides the calendar into 6 distinct gears, the Ritu Chakra. The cycle begins with Vasant, or spring. This is a short, biologically explosive window where temperatures sit comfortably in the 20s. Plants rapidly burst into bloom, like these coffee blossoms in Karnataka, rushing to flower before the extreme heat sets in. By May, the sun's rays fall vertically over the northern hemisphere. This is Grishma Ritu, summer. The northern plains become a solar furnace, generating aggressive dust storms called Andis that can swallow entire cities. Intense solar radiation often drives temperatures past 50 degrees, baking the ground dry. It consumes the moisture from the western plains, leaving vast stretches of earth cracked and desolate. But this brutal heat serves a precise mechanical purpose. By superheating the landmass, Grishma creates a massive low-pressure vacuum over the subcontinent. Hot air rises, leaving an empty atmospheric space behind. Nature hates a vacuum. That empty space acts as an engine, strong enough to drag millions of tons of ocean moisture northward. The lethal heat of summer is the exact trigger required to pull in the rains. That rush of moisture is Varsha Ritu, the monsoon. The skies open, dumping water onto the baked soil with violent force. Look at this map of the monsoon's path. As the winds hit the southern tip of the peninsula, ocean geography forces them to split. The Arabian Sea branch crashes into the western mountains, while the Bay of Bengal branch sweeps up through the east and arches across the northern plains. As you can see by the blue filling the landmass here, those two branches combine to deliver 75% of India's total annual rainfall, and they do it in just 4 months. But notice how unevenly it falls. On the right, the eastern town of Mazandaran absorbs nearly 12,000 millimeters of rain, making it the wettest place on Earth. Meanwhile, on the left, districts in Rajasthan barely receive 83 millimeters. The timing and volume of these specific weeks determine the fate of 600 million farmers. When the rains arrive on schedule, reservoirs fill and the paddy fields flood, securing the nation's food supply. In the wettest zones, the sheer volume of water forces a unique form of adaptation. Standard wooden bridges would rot away. Instead, locals in Meghalaya weave the roots of living rubber fig trees across rivers, growing infrastructure that thrives in the perpetual damp. If the monsoon fails, rivers thin, groundwater drops, and food prices soar. Varsha is the ultimate arbiter of survival for 1.4 billion people. By October, the sun crosses the equator southward. The land cools, the low-pressure system breaks down, and the winds reverse. This marks Sharad and Hemant, autumn and pre-winter, as the rains reluctantly retreat back toward the sea. This retreat breeds severe tropical cyclones along the coast, but inland, the sky's clear. The resulting harvest triggers massive cultural celebrations, like Diwali, where hundreds of millions of lamps are lit in the dry autumn air. Finally, we reach Shishir Ritu, deep winter. Nationally, it provides only 2% of the year's rainfall, but in northern regions like Ladakh, temperatures plunge to minus 30 degrees Celsius, freezing rivers solid and physically isolating mountain communities. Yet, while the north is locked in ice, the southern states enjoy sea breezes and pleasant weather. Down south, farmers continue to harvest crops and cook outdoors, showing why a single seasonal label cannot be applied to the whole country. The Ritu Chakra serves as an integrated framework for Indian civilization, calibrating human life to the natural turning of the seasons. Over thousands of years, classical art forms, agricultural cycles, and major religious festivals were specifically engineered to harmonize with this six-part cycle. The holy festival's explosion of color is a direct cultural response to the arrival of spring. In this landscape, human culture and the environment have fused into a single 5,000-year dialogue. From the fire of Grishma to the stillness of Shishir, the Ritu Chakra remains the heartbeat of the land, an unbroken cycle that defines the rhythm of life for over 1 billion people.
The asphalt shivers in the haze, a ghost of summer, a yellow blaze. Dust on the fan blades spinning slow, waiting for the sky to let it go. Humid it is, a velvet chain, just a quiet prayer for the silver rain. Oh, let the petrichor rise from the street, wash away the memory of the heat. Heavy downpour, velvet sound, everything thinks shifting on the thirsty ground. The clouds are blanket, the world is reborn in the gray blue light of a monsoon morn, in the gray blue light of a monsoon morn. Saturated leaves and neon signs drying on the city's power lines. High water marks on the pavement edge, life is finding room on every ledge. The air is thick, a heavy glass, watching the silver ripples pass.